Okay. Thank you, Toastmasters, for this opportunity to speak. In light of the events over the last year, I can't help but witness a rapid disintegration of our American traditions and institutions, including our Constitution. I understand that we sometimes need change and that some of us cling to tradition and resist needed change. But there is wisdom in many of our traditions and institutions. Checks and balances that have worked for centuries to prevent dangerous concentrations of power. From our founding, we have had to balance tension between individual liberty and majority rule. As we see problems of a global scale emerge or appear to get worse, pandemics, climate change, nuclear arms control, and as differences within our nation intensify to the point of paralysis, I really fear that the interests of the individual and liberty will be lost or surrendered in the interest of preserving order. I am especially worried about what may happen to our freedom of speech, because without it, we have little chance of overcoming and working through our global and national problems without tyranny and bloodshed. In a bill now before Congress, H.R. 1, there is a provision that would impose restrictions on speech related to campaigns and public affairs. This is a radical departure from the spirit of deliberative democracy that defines our nation. And folks, this is not academic, it is real and it is personal. If our central government starts to go down that road, we should all be worried. What would happen to Toastmasters under such rules? Thinking about that for a moment should underscore the greater threat to all of us as individuals. Will Toastmasters International enforce its existing codes of conduct that require compliance to law, compliance with law? Will individuals comply inside and outside their clubs? Let's hope that we don't have to go down that road. In such a climate, one might think it best to steer clear of public affairs and Toastmasters. I would agree if the threat was limited to the Toastmasters organization, but it is far greater. The threat is far greater. And in an organization that is expressly dedicated to effective public speaking and leadership, why would we and why should we limit our skills to speeches about things like family vacations? No, we are in Toastmasters because we want to communicate effectively. And we may have to ask ourselves, what communication is important? We join Toastmasters to overcome limitations and weaknesses, but ultimately seek to apply our victories over weaknesses toward purpose. Think Trevor's speech. Should we politicize Toastmasters? No. Toastmasters is good for free speech as it is, steadily building our abilities to organize and deliver, listening constructively, and thinking on our feet. We might instead build auxiliary activities such as specialty clubs, special event meeting formats, and remote guest speaking arrangements, all that concentrate on public affairs issues. And setting up such separate structures might also help preserve the sanctity of existing club norms and practices. No, we should do our best not to politicize Toastmasters, but we should also recognize the unique opportunity we have as communicators to use our skills inside and outside our clubs to speak out with purpose about things that really matter, including the importance of free speech itself. Thank you.